What's going on, guys? So it is about 10-15 minutes since the end of my last video. Took a little break here in the shade. Still got actually a bunch of nightcrawlers left, so I'm going to tie on a slightly bigger hook. We're going to toss out some slightly larger pieces of nightcrawlers, probably in some deeper water. Try to pick up some larger species of fish, most likely a couple different sunfish species. So there's bluegills, green sunfish, and redbreast sunfish in here, along with some rock bass. Maybe we'll get lucky, maybe we'll get a smallmouth bass, but that's doubtful. Anyway, let's give it a shot and let's see what we can get. Alright, so there's my slightly larger, it's a size 14 hook, I think. A little bit longer piece of nightcrawler there, and then a split shot, probably about 8 inches above it. Always like to start fishing right under this dam here. A lot of moving water. There should be, and there usually are, a good amount of fish kind of right on the side here, waiting for something to get pushed up over the top of that dam so they can ambush it. So let's see if we can hook up with one here. There we go, fish on. Feels like a decent one. Oh, and he's off. That felt like a good one. All right, so I am rebaited, ready to go. That felt like a good one that I just lost there. I am using barbless hooks just to make the release a little bit easier, and I think that might be one reason why I lost the fish. I think if I had a barb on this hook, probably would have stayed on the hook a little bit better. But let's try to get ourselves another one. There's got to be more than one fish in there. Oh, there we go, fish on. This one's definitely smaller than the one I lost. It's a little baby redbreast. Alright, so definitely not as big as the one I lost a minute ago, but we got a little juvenile redbreast sunfish. So let's get that guy back. Let's keep going. Alright, we got another piece of nightcrawler on there. I like working it close to this little bulkhead wall thing too. There's usually a lot of fish hugging this little bulkhead. There we go. What is this? Another little redbreast, slightly bigger. Alright, another little beauty of a fish. This one looks like he had a chunk taken out of him by something. I don't know if it was a turtle or a bird, but second beautiful little redbreast. There we go, fish on. This one's a little bit bigger, not by much though. Putting up a better fight. All right, a decent sized redbreast, bigger than the last two. All right, so a little bit bigger of a redbreast. I love, love, love the teal accents that these fish have. Just absolutely gorgeous. Biggest fish of this little session, but still smaller than that first one I lost. So that one's going back. Let's get back after it. There we go. And another. This one feels, again, decent size, but not big. What is this? Another redbreast. 4 redbreasts in a row. All right, our 4th beautiful redbreast sunfish. So I hope there's some other sunfish species out there, but if not, the redbreast is one I don't get to catch too often, so I don't mind these guys today. Yeah, so right kind of at the edge of that dam, right next to this bulkhead, I've always had a pretty good time, not only with sunfish, but with some rock bass and even smallmouths. So a couple of redbreasts so far. Oh, that was another bite. Let's see what else is down there. There we go. Little guy. Oh, little bluegill, second sunfish species of the day. All right, first sunfish that is not a redbreast out of here. Turns out to be a little bluegill. Oh, there we go, fish on. Little guy. Is this a green sunfish? Another new species. There we go. Not a big one. Or is it? Bigger than most. What is it, a greenie? Alright, so green sunfish are probably my least favorite of the Lepomis sunfish species. They're just not very nicely colored in my opinion, a little too aggressive, but that guy's back. And let's see, maybe we'll pick up one more here. I'll start working my way downstream. Oh, there we go, fish on. What do we got? Oh, he's off. I think that was a little redbreast. Yeah, I think we're gonna call it here, and now we're gonna start working our way downstream. There we go, fish on. Not too big, but let's see what we get if we can land it. Little green sunfish. Alrighty, we got a little green sunfish. We'll drop this guy back. What I basically did was, I was standing there for the first part of the video. I walked down, walked all the way across, fished that entire middle section, and I got nothing out of there. So for the last couple minutes here before I head back, we are just gonna fish, again, kind of that slower moving water here outside of the fast moving water coming over the dam, and hope we can get some more fish. Oh, there we go, got him. Oh, little banded killie. Surprised he was able to fit this in his mouth. All right, we got a little banded killie. Let me actually fill his tank up with a little bit more water. There he goes. So I caught a bunch of these guys in my last video when I was microfishing. I think this might be probably like the primary forage species, at least on this stretch of the Raritan, because when it comes to small fish, there are definitely more of these guys than anything else out there. All right, we'll make a few more casts here, but I think this might be the end. The sun is setting soon. I've still got about an hour drive back home. So the Raritan River, nice little place to fish, nice species diversity. I don't know what I pulled out of here, maybe 6, no, definitely more than that. Probably 10 or 11 different species over my last couple fishing trips here. So probably the smallmouth is gonna be the most popular. But on smaller hooks and smaller pieces of worms, there are a lot of other fish that could be caught out of this little river. All right, so that is gonna do it. Not a bad little, I don't know, 1 hour fishing session here on the Raritan River. Picked up the 3 sunfish species that are found in here. The redbreast, by far my favorite. Beautiful teal turquoise colors on that fish. That is probably my favorite color. Also bluegill, couple green sunfish, and a little banded killifish here at the end. So I think I fished 4 or 5 times on the Raritan River over the last couple weeks. Picked up probably around a dozen or so different species. So the biodiversity here, even in just this little spot, is pretty good. Obviously, like I mentioned, the smallmouth is going to be probably the target species for most anglers. I got 2 of those last week when I was here, but just a whole bunch of really, really cool micros and some beautiful sunfish as well. No rock bass today. That's another fish species that I really like that is found here. Anyway, hope you guys like this one, and I will see you next time.